guys, it's Austin here from the Nashville Middle-Order Strategy Battle Gaming Group, and this week in MESBG Madness, we're going to be having the Grand Army of the South, the Legendary Legion, going against the Return of the King Legendary Legion. So far, both of these armies have gone undefeated in our bracket, and the loser of this batch will be playing against the Battle 5 Armies Legendary Legion, which knocked out Barad in last week's video, guys. So if you haven't looked at that video from last week, check it out. We'll have it in the details below where you can check that. And then starting next week, we'll be having going over to the right side of the bracket. We'll be having playing the losers with the Iron Hills Dwarves versus the Mirkwood Elves. So just to show you the bracket as we've got so far, we've got the Grand Army of the South and Return of the King at the top of their bracket on the left side, with the Battle 5 Armies 1-1 so far on the left side. And then starting next week, we'll be having Iron Hills Dwarves going against the Mirkwood Elves. And then we'll have the winners on the right side, the Moria Army versus Azog's Legion, play against each other, guys. So, guys, we'll be right back. We're going to show off the armies for both the Return of the King Legendary Legion and also for the Grand Army of the South Legendary Legion. And then we'll be rolling for the scenario, guys, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back, and I wanted to show you this beautiful board that we'll be playing on today. I figured since we're playing with the Grand Army of the South versus the Return of the King Legendary Legion, it would only be fitting to play on the Battle of Pelennor field. So we've got some debris spread out across the field, as well as this beautiful Mumak centerpiece that's down Mumak that was made by Small Scenics by Adam Brucos in the Great Britain area. And it's resin casted. You can find it on his website, which I'll have a link in the details below if you want to get one of these. And he also made these trolls that are down that I've got as scattered terrain on the board as well. So, but Alex Wright painted up this model by Small Scenics and based it and did a beautiful job on it. So we've got lots of debris spread out across the field, and we'll see if we get a repeat of the Return of the King today in today's battle rep. And having the Return of the King beat the Mumak, or will the Mumak stomp over some Ghost Boys and reign victorious? So, just to get into the armies here, we start with the Grand Army of the South. We've got the Mumak War Leader with 12 Haradrim with bows in the Howdah. Then we've got the Harad Taskmaster to help potentially give free heroic moves to the Mumak and to the heroes in this army. And then we've got a Mahood King with the War Spear to give him +1 to wound, plus a shield, plus 7 Mahood Raiders, 1 Mahood Raider with a banner, and then 1 Mahood Warrior there to make a total of 800 points. And then coming over here, we've got, with the Return of the King, we've got Aragorn Strider with 4 Warriors of the Dead in his war band, and 4 Warriors of the Dead with Spear and Shield there, to make a total of 9 models. Then we've got Legolas Greenleaf with the armor in his own warband. Then we've got Gimli, Son of Gloin, within his own warband. And then we've got the King of the Dead with 5 Warriors of the Dead with Sword and Shield, 6 Warriors of the Dead with Spear and Shield, and then 1 Warrior of the Dead with the banner and shield, to make a total of 800 points. So, guys, we'll go ahead and roll for the scenario here. We're going to be rolling out of the new guide, that book that just came out recently, and we'll roll a d6 to see which pool we end up in, and then roll for the scenario. So we're going to be using these wonderful 3 Hunters dice here, made by Games Workshop in today's video, and here we go. Alright, so we got a 4 there, so that's going to be in pool 4, kill the enemy scenarios right here. Now we'll roll to see which of those we get, and we got a big 6 there, so we're going to be playing to the death today. So guys, we'll be right back to show off the scenario, look at the objectives, and then we'll get the game rolling. Alright guys, we are back with to the death scenario. So for this scenario, basically we roll dice, and each army will deploy on 12 inches from each side. And then looking at the objectives, the game lasts until a turn in which the force has been reduced to a quarter, and once it's done that, the VPs of the game will end. And then scoring for VPs here, basically you're going to get 1 VP if you cause 1 or more wounds on the enemy leader. So the enemy leaders for this game is going to be Aragorn and Mumak war leader. And then if you kill the enemy leader, and you get 3 VPs. And then you get 3 VPs if the enemy force is broken at the end of the game. If the enemy force is broken, yours is unbroken, you get 5 VPs. And then you get 1 VP if you have at least 1 banner remaining at the end of the game, or 2 VPs if you have yours remaining and your opponent doesn't. And then you get 2 VPs if the enemy force is reduced to 25% of its starting models. So, guys, I think this is a fitting scenario for this game. We'll go ahead and roll for priority, and we'll get things rolling, guys. Alright, guys, we are back, and I'm going to be using the 3 Hunters dice for the good team today. Then I've got these gold MESBG dice with our symbol on it that we're going to be using for the Mumak War Leader. So, here we go. May the best dwarf win. Alright, it's going to go to a 6. So, the Evil is going to get to choose their side, and we'll do the army deployment, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys, we are back after deployment. So, the Mumak King war leader moved first and moved up full 12 inches to the center, so that way he could kind of see where the other armies would deploy at to determine if he would go left or go right. And then after he deployed Legolas, Legolas deployed right up here on top of this rock, so that way he can try and get as much height as possible and shoot as much stuff as he can throughout the game. And then coming over here to the back side of the Mumak, the Taskmaster deployed right here, so that way he could stay within 6 inches of the Mumak, and then also knowing that the Camel Riders would be moving in here to stay within 6 inches of him, so that way he could get potentially free moves here if he needs. And then after that, we had Aragorn deploy right here in the center. So we've got Aragorn here, and you can see him right there. And we've got him here with the 4 swordsmen and 4 spear guys behind them. And then after that, we had the Camel Riders deploy right here with the Mahud King deploying there. And then we had spaced out the other guys, so that way if one charges, another one can charge through the middle if they need to try and do that. And then lastly, we had the King of the Dead deploy right here with this new model that is lovely, great model to look at. And then I put the guys, kind of spaced them out here, so that way if the Camel Riders do charge them, they'll have some space in between them to where they can kind of move around and maneuver if need be. And then Gimli, he deployed right over here to the right. That way you can kind of help Aragorn take on the Mumak, which I imagine he's going to be doing in this game. And so that's going to be it, guys. We'll go ahead and roll for deployment here for turn 1, or priority for turn 1, I should say. And we'll see who goes first. Alright, guys, may the best dwarf win, and here we go. Alright, so it's going to go to Evil first. For movement, Evil is going to go ahead and call a heroic march with the Mumak. So guys, we'll be right back after movement, and we'll see you then. Alright guys, we are back after movement, and so as you can see here, the Mumak moved up 11 inches, and then he brought some of these camels over here along with him that were within 6 inches of his heroic march. Then the Taskmaster, as you can see over here, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit. So the Taskmaster, he moved in 9 inches with the heroic march, and then this Mahud Raider came on with him, and then we have the King and Mahud King and all of his cadre moved up, just normal movement, 10 inches straight forward. And the King moved over here to the right a little bit, so that way he could stay within 6 inches of the Taskmaster here, and the Taskmaster could stay within 6 inches of the Mumak here to help give free heroic moves and marches if need be. And the march that the Mumak did call at the beginning of the turn was I rolled a d6 and it got a 5, so he did get a free one there. And then moving on over here, the King of the Dead, he swiveled over here to the right, so that way he can kind of help and try and see if he can take out the Mumak in one turn with just by getting one wound with the Blades of the Dead. He can deal that wound, and if since the Mumak doesn't have any fate, it will automatically go down on one hit if it can deal a wound. So he swiveled over here, and then the Aragorn and Gimli, they stayed put, so that way if they moved up at all and the Mumak marches again next turn, it get 11 inches in, he could run over them potentially. So they just stayed put. Now we're going to go to shooting. We've got the Mumak over here. Since they had priority, he'll get to shoot first. And we've got, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys here that can see up here at the front. So they're going to, these guys are going to try and kill this model here that's in front of Aragorn to try and wound it. So they're going to try and shoot for Aragorn since they can see him, but they'll have an in the way with this guy right here. So we'll go ahead and do that shooting. We've got 7 shots here. And they want to shoot at Aragorn because he's got the weakest defense. Everyone else is defense 8 pretty much in this army. So go ahead and grab our dice out here. Alright, so we got 7 dice there. Looking for 4 up to hit since they did not move in the Howdah. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3 that hit. Now we'll do in the ways to see if they hit Aragorn or go on the dead guy. So 1 goes to Aragorn and 2 go to the dead guy. They are strength 2 bows on defense 8. So strength 2 on a defense 8 is a 6x5, as you can see here. So we'll see if they get the 6x5 here. No. They did get a 1 though, so poison arrows, they can reroll a 1. So reroll on the 1 to see if he gets a 6. Got a 6. Does he get the 5? And he does. Wow, alright. So he takes out this guy right here on the front. So this first Army of the Dead guy is dead. Now we roll for the one that hit Aragorn. It's a strength 2 bow on defense 5, so looking for 6s here. And no, got a 4. Alright, so going over to Legolas, who was right up here, he fell off. Try and shoot at some camels this turn with his elf bow. So we'll shoot. He's going to try and shoot at the Mahud King way down there. So he's got 3 shots that he can do. He did not move. So I'm going to look at his profile real quick. So he's looking for 3s up to hit. Alright, let's see if he can get it here. We got 3 shots. All going into the king. And let's see what we get. Alright, so all hit. I'll do horse or rider. So 1 goes to the rider, 2 go to the camel. Looking for 5s here to wound the camel. And it did not wound the camel. But he can use a point of might if he needs to go ahead and kill that camel. And I think he will. So I think we'll go ahead and use a point of might from Legolas's pool to kill that camel. And we'll do a thrown rider test real quick. And he lands on his feet. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and roll for the Mahud King with the armor. He's defense 6. So 3 on a 6 is looking for a 6 here. And did not get it. Got a 1. Alright, so the Mahud King is going to be on his feet now. So it's Legolas. Legolas used 1 point of might. And he got a kill, I guess, technically, because he killed a camel. So I'll just put 1 here for his final count 42. So now Gimli gets +1 to wound here. And that's going to be it, guys, for this turn. So we'll go ahead and roll for priority for turn 2. All right, and here we go. Here we go for turn 2. And got double 6s there, so it is going to go to good. And we'll be right back after movement. So I think here the Mumak is going to call a heroic march again. We'll see if that one is free from the Taskmaster. It is free because he got a 5. Let's see. I think that's going to be it, guys. So we'll be right back after movement. Alright, guys, we are back after movement for turn 2. So the good guys moved first. They moved just outside of 11 inches. So that way he couldn't trample them here. And then the Mumak ended up staying. He moved up after the good guys moved. Just outside of 6 inches, that way he can try and march again next turn if need be to try and take out some guys. And then we had over here, we had the Mahood King on foot charge this ghost guy that was right here. He rolled a courage check and passed it, and then this camel here was able to charge him because of the army bonus to where if a leader charges in, they don't have to do courage checks. So he charged in but did not wound the dead guy. And then there was 2 guys right here, and this one passed his courage check, charged in, rolled a 6 and killed him. Then there was a spear guy on the back. He tried to charge him but failed his courage check. Then this guy that was right back here, he rolled and passed his courage check, and all 3 of these guys failed their courage checks. So anyways, guys, that's it for the movement. Now we're going to go to shooting. It goes to good shooting first. So we'll start here with Legolas, and he will shoot at. We'll start here at this camel, and then we'll shoot this camel first and see if we can kill it. So we'll go ahead and roll 3 dice. Needing 3s to hit. 2 hit. Now we'll see a horse or rider. Both on the camel, and see if it wounds, needing a 5 here to wound. And did not. So no wounds there for Mr. Legolas. Now we'll go over to the Mumak's shooting over here. So we've got, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think we actually have 8 guys this time that can see Aragorn. I think this back one up here can see him. So we're going to have 8 dice going into Aragorn again, trying to hit him. Alright, and they are looking for 4s to hit. Cock dice. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, so 50%, which is statistically on average. Now we'll see if it hits Aragorn or hits the ghost guy. So 3 going to Aragorn, 1 goes into the ghost guy. We'll go ahead and do the ghost guy, looking for a 6 to wound. Did not, got a 1, but they do have poison arrows, so they can reroll the wounds. And it got a 6. So that ghost guy right here on the front is going to get killed. Already 4 ghost guys down now, as you can see. Alright, then we've got 3 strength 2 bows going into defense 5 Aragorn, so looking for 6s here to wound. You got 2 wounds there, and got a 1, so I can reroll 1 there. And got a 3, so 2 wounds on Aragorn. Aragorn is going to roll his fate. So here's the first fate. Passes it with a 6, and second fate. Does not, and third fate. Got a 6. Alright, so Aragorn is out of fate. But he is good to go. He is still has no wounds on him. Grab my pen real quick. Alright, so he is out of fate. And that is it for shooting. Now we'll go into combat. We've got the 1 combat right here with the 1 ghost guy against the king and the camel here. The ghost is going to shield. King is going to have the higher fight here, so we'll see if he's able to wound him here. So we'll have the king be the 3 red, And then the camel charged in, so he'll have 2. If they get a 6, they'll win here automatically. And they did not. They got a 5 high, so the ghost has a chance to win this. Just got to get a 6. And he did not, got a 5 high, so he is going to be knocked prone because of the camel. So the king will get double strikes. It's defense 8, and the king is normally strength 4, so it'd be a 6 going down. I think so. Let me just double check that real quick. So the king is strength 5, as you can see here. So 5 on defense 8 is a 6. So that's going to go down to a 5 with the war spear. And then the Mahud Raiders here are strength 4, going in defense 8 are also 6s, with the war spear looking for 5. So all the dice here are going to be looking for 5s to wound. But they will get double strikes here. So we'll see if we get a 5 on the first set. And we did. The king got a 6. So this ghost guy is going to go down. And that's going to be it for the combat. So we'll be right back. We'll roll to see for priority now for turn 3. And here we go. Alright, it's going to go to Evil here. And Evil is going to call a heroic march. The good guys are going to call a heroic move here. So we'll have I'll have Aragorn use his free point of might to call a heroic move. So he'll move first. So we'll be right back after the movement, guys. And I think the Mahud King is also going to call a move here. Does he want to do that? Yeah, we'll have the Mahud King call a move. So we'll roll to see if the Mumak is free real quick, his march. And it is free because of the Taskmaster. So guys, we'll be right back. We'll have a good move first with their heroic move. And then we'll have, actually we'll see first, we'll do a roll-off because the Mahud King is calling a move here as well. So Evil had priority here for turn 3. And we'll roll to see, since they had priority, we'll roll to see if they get, if they move first or not. And they do. So on a 1 through 3, they go first. So they'll get to move first here. So we'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, we are back after movement for turn 3. So as you see over here, the Mahud King charged both of these ghost boys that were over here. As you can see, I'll zoom in over here. So the Mahud King, which is right here, he charged into both of these dead guys. And then with his ability, that now allows the rest of these guys to charge without having to be able to do courage checks because of the army bonus. So they all charged in. None of them landed a 6 to wound. So they're all just going to be in combat. And then these guys charged this Mahud Raider right here. And then this camel came around from the backside over here to come over here. So that's going to be that. Then coming over here, with the good guys' movement, they kind of spread out, as you can see here, all around, and as much as they could possible. And Gimli kind of moved up here to the front to defend Aragorn if he needed. And the Mumak here, he now is doing his heroic march, and he's going to charge in to these guys. So he will do a courage check, and he'll have the courage of his owner, and the with the war leader, he is courage 6, as you can see here. So he'll be rolling to see if he can charge in to this guy. He's moving into the king over here first, as he's doing his march right now. And he's going to hit this guy first. Or he's going to do 4 strength 9 hits, or we'll do a courage check first. But just looking for he actually is going to need a 5 here, because with the King of the Dead, he gets -1 to his courage. So he's going to be looking for a 5 here to pass. And he does pass with the 9. So now we're going to roll to see if he wounds here. 4 strength 9 on defense 8. That's going to be looking for a 4 here to wound. And he got it with the 6. So this guy's going to go down. So next guy he's going to hit, looks like it's going to be, I think this guy right here. So we'll go ahead and do this guy next. So he'll do his courage check. So 4 is not going to be enough. So the Mumak is going to be scared stiff right there. So nothing that he can do about that. So he's just stuck right there. So that is going to be it for the movement. And then this camel rider, he passed his courage check and charged into this ghost guy. And that guy tried to charge the king and got scared stiff. So now we'll go to shooting. And we've still got all the guys up at the front. I'm going to put the Mumak back on his base and see who all he can see. So he did not get to charge into this next guy right here. So he's going to be about an inch away. Alright, so from the look of things, let's see. So it looks like you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 guys at the front. They really can't see a whole lot from where they're at the moment. So it looks like the only guy they can really shoot at is the banner. So they're all going to shoot at the banner. It's going to be 8 shots at the banner. Alright, and they're looking for 4s here to wound. And here we go. Alright, so we got a 5. So it looks like only 2 hit there out of the 8. So now we'll see if they wound. Looking for a 6 by 5 here to wound. They got the 6. Let's see if they get the 5. They got 1 5. So that banner is just going to pass it off to the next guy. So this spear support is going to become the banner. He's just going to hand it off to him. Alright, and then we got this combat right here. So this camel charged into these 2. Camel's going to have the higher fight here. I think actually it might be the same. Yep, they are the same. So they're both fight 3. So Camel is going to get 2 dice. And the Army of the Dead is going to get 2 dice. And the Mumak does count as a banner. So if the Camel can reroll if he needs. And that's with the Mumak special ability. So the Camel got a 5 high, so he's going to win that. So the guy in the front is going to be prone, looking for double strikes here. Their strength 4 on defense 8 would be normally looking for a 6, but with the War Spear looking for a 5. And we got 2 5s there for that. So that Army of the Dead guy is going to go down right here. And then we've got this guy over here. So we've got this Mahood Raider against these 3 Dead Than Haro guys. And the Mahood Raider is going to shield. So he'll have 2 dice. And then the Ghost Boys are going to have 3. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Alright, so the Ghost Boys got a 5 there. And he is not within range of a banner, so they're going to win. And he is defense 2 going down to defense 1, so they're just looking for a 3 here to wound. And he goes down to defense 1 because of the King of the Dead's Harbinger of Evil special ability. And we got a 6 here, so that Mahood Raider is going to die. That's actually the first casualty for that. And then let's see, we've got over here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 camels and the king. So let's do it like this. We've got the king and these 2 camels, and then we've got these 3 camels. So we'll do the we'll do this guy first. Not really going to matter with the king. So the king will have 3 dice. And the king is down only to 1 might because he used 1 of his might for the move this turn. And then we've got 2 for the camel that charged and 2 for the camel that charged. And then the ghost is going to shield. But the king is going to have the higher fight, so we'll see here if he gets a 6 here to automatically win. And we did. We got a 6, so that means they're going to win automatically. So he's going to be trapped, and they are looking for 5s to wound here with the war spears. And we got it. So this Army of the Dead guy is going to go down. Then we've got this next guy right here that's also trapped. We've got these 3 guys on the ghost, and they all charge, so they're going to have 6 dice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. So, and the ghost boy, he's got 2. He's going to shield. All right. The ghost got a 4, but the camel got a 5, so he's going to win that, and he is trapped. So they are looking for 5s here with the war spears to wound on defense 8. And he got some 6s there, so that is going to be it for that ghost guy. Alright, and that is going to be it for the combats for turn 3, so we'll go for priority for turn 4. And now this will be more interesting because now we've got the Aragorn and the King of the Dead are within range to move into the Mumak. So potentially you could see a Mumak go down in 1 turn here. So we've got, here we go, priority for turn 4. And it's going to go to evil. So the good guys are going to call a heroic move. Aragorn's going to call a heroic move with this free one. And then Gimli's going to call a heroic move. So first we'll see if Aragorn's move gets canceled from the Mumak special ability. On a 4-up it does. It does get canceled. So Aragorn's free point of might is gone. So now Gimli's going to have to use his point of might, and the Mumak's going to have to use their point of might. So we'll see if the Mumak's is free or not with the Taskmaster's ability. It is not free, so that'll be 1 point of might taken down for the Mumak. So now, because the evil had priority this turn, for turn 4, we'll see which move goes off first. So yeah, here we go. So 1, 2, 3 goes to evil, 4, 5, 6 goes to good. And it goes to good, so that good is going to get to move first here, guys. So we'll be right back after movement. All right, guys, we are back after movement for turn 4. And so Gimli charged in right up at the front right here. Then Aragorn charged in right here to the left. Then this dead guy charged that camel. Then these guys moved forward. This guy tried to charge the Mumak, but did not pass his courage check. So the courage was a 6, goes down to a 5, and he failed it, rolled a 4. This banner came up to help support these guys. And now let's go ahead and zoom in here to show you the rest of what's going on here. So the King of the Dead right there, he charged into the side of the Mumak right here, and then the Taskmaster passed his courage check into the Mahud King, or not the Mahud King, but the King of the Dead, to pull him off that combat right there. So that was that. This Dead Done Hero guy right here charged that camel. This guy failed his courage check. So we've got Gimli, then we've got a Dead Done Hero guy right there that charged in with the spear, and we've got Aragorn. So we've got these 4 guys that are going to be going against the Mumak this turn. And then Evil was able to move after that, and the Mahud King charged this guy and another guy. And then this camel charged into the guy that was right here, and he killed him with a 6, and then charged in this guy, passed his courage check, and failed the wound there. And then this guy came in from around the back over here and charged in the back because didn't have to do a courage check because the king charged in first with the army bonus, doesn't have to do a courage check. So he charged in but did not wound him. Then all these guys back here failed their courage checks. So now we'll go ahead and do the shooting. The only shots we've got over here is these 4 guys, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 5, they can all see the banner here, so they're going to shoot. All 5 of those guys are going to shoot at the banner. They can just see the tail end of the banner, so they're going to be shooting for him. That's the only guy they really can shoot at because they're outside of range on Legolas here. So here we go. 5 on the banner, looking for 4s to hit. I got 1, 2 that hit. Now looking for wounds, a 6 by 5. And nothing, got a 1, so they can reroll 1s to wound with the poison arrows. And got a 4, so no wounds there. Alright, so now we're going to go to Mr. Legolas over here. He's going to shoot at the banner, because he's got a straight shot on the banner right there. So he's going to shoot at the banner. He's going to use 3 shots at the banner, looking for 3s to hit. Hold on, roll the right dice. Alright, so we're looking for 3s to hit. So 2 hit. Horse or rider. 1 and 1. So we'll go with the camel first. Looking for a 5 to wound. Did not get it. And then looking for a 5 to wound on the camel. Or on the rider, I should say. And did not get it there either. So no wounds there for Mr. Legolas again. So now we'll go over here to combat. So start of combat, the Mahood, the special ability with the army bonus with this legendary legion is if the Mahood is in base contact with the leader of the opposing army, he can call a free heroic action like a heroic strike, and it'll increase the fight of the Mumak and not the rider, the royal Mahood king up here in the Howdah. So he's going to call a free heroic strike here to try and win on the fights. Aragorn is going to use a point of might to call a heroic strike as well to counter. And the King of the Dead is going to call a... Let's see, does he want to call heroic combat? Sure, he'll call a heroic combat. So the King of the Dead is going to call a heroic combat here to try and get in on the Mumak. So we'll do that one first. So the Taskmaster has got 2 attacks. The King of the Dead's got 2 attacks. We'll use his King of the Dead dice. King of the Dead is going to have a higher fight here, I believe. Just double check that real quick. So the Taskmaster's fight 4, and the King of the Dead is fight 5. So the King of the Dead is actually going to have the higher fight here. So the Mahood, the Taskmaster, does he want to use his point of might? No, he'll save his point of might, so in case he needs it here to win it. So, all right, so here we go. So King of Dead's got a higher fight. See if he wins with the 6 here. Got a 4 high there, so possible that the Taskmaster can win this. And the Taskmaster got a 6, so nothing that the... There's nothing that the... I don't think... I'm going to double check Aragorn's ability real quick, because I know he counts as a 6-inch banner. But I'm going to double check that real quick, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back. So Aragorn does count as a 6-inch banner to spirit models, and because the King of the Dead is a spirit model, he can re-roll one of his dice. So go ahead and re-roll this 2 here, and see if he can get something higher than a 4. No, he got a 1. Alright, so the Taskmaster is going to win that there with a 6 high. So Taskmaster is going to try and wound the King of the Dead. The Taskmaster, I think, is strength 4. Let's see. So yeah, Taskmaster is strength 4, and the King of the Dead is defense 8, so he's going to be looking for 6s here to wound. So here we go, looking for 6s. And we got a 6 on the King. So the King of the Dead will go ahead and use a point of fate here. Fails the first one, second one. Fails the second one, third one. Fails the third one. Holy cow. Alright, so he's going to take a wound. Taskmaster went big there. He took all 3 points of King of the Dead's fate out. All right, so the King of the Dead is not going to get to move forward again, so he lost the fight, so he's going to move back an inch. All right, and then we've got, we'll go ahead and do, let me do the Heroic Strike real quick on the Mumak and the and Aragorn. So that's Aragorn's dice there. Then we've got the Mumak. We'll do the gold dice here. See what their strikes go up to here. And here we go. Alright, so the Mahout is only going to not go up to a 10, but Aragorn is going to go up to a 10. So he will win the fights here. So I'll go ahead and do... Aragorn's got 3 dice. Gimli's going to have 2 dice. We'll have him be the blue dice here. And then we've got 2 Dead of Dunharrow models, and they'll be the ghost blue dice. Alright, so here we go. We'll see if we win the fight here against the Mumak. And we did get some 6s, so the Mumak will lose that fight. So all of these guys are just going to basically move back an inch, since the Mumak is considered a large model, does not have to move back. So all these guys are just going to move back an inch. All right. So now because Legolas has got more kills than Gimli, Gimli's going to get +1, I think, to his +1, I think, to wound, but I need to double check that real quick. But Aragorn is going to, with the Anduril is going to be wounding on 4, so we'll roll for him real quick to see if he gets any wounds. So he wounds on a 4 up. So he got 1 wound so far. Then we'll roll for Gimli just to see what he gets here first. And we'll determine if it gets +1 to strength or +1 to wound. I rolled the wrong dice. So you got a 1 and 2, so it's not going to matter. And then the ghosts, they're going to be fighting up against the courage of the Mumak, which I think is like courage 2. So the Royal Mumak is courage 2. It goes down to a 1, so they're going to be looking for 3s to wound here. And here we go. And they both got 1s. Wow. Alright, so Aragorn is only going to get 1 wound here. The question is, does he want to might this 3 up to a 4 to get another wound? Alright, so he'll go ahead and use a point of might, so he'll be down to 1 might to get 2 wounds here. Now we'll see if the Mumak passes his courage checks. So again, the Mumak takes the courage value of the king. He's normally 6, goes down to a 5 because of the Harbinger of Evil from the King of the Dead. So needing a 5 up to pass. Here's the first one. Does not. He gets a 4. So this turn, the Mumak will rampage. So the good guys will get a chance to control him. So guys, we'll be right back. After this, we'll go ahead and do priority here. So priority for turn 5. And here we go. And it's going to go to good. So guys, we'll be right back after the movement. So I forgot to do these other combats, guys, real quick. So we'll go ahead and do these other ones. I was so enthralled with what happened with the Mumak, I forgot about them. So we've got this one-on-one here. The camel is going to shield. So he'll get 2 dice. The ghost will get 1. And let's see what happens here. So it's a tied so far, but they're both within range of a banner. So we'll have the camel roll his 1, re-roll his 1 real quick. Got a 4. So now the ghost is going to re-roll his from his banner. He got a 5, so the ghost is going to win that. He's going to strike against the rider, only needing a 3 here to wound. And he does not wound him, gets a 1 there, unfortunately. Alright, so the camel moved back an inch. Then we've got over here, we've got this this ghost that charged into this camel. So ghost will roll 1. The camel's going to shield. So 3s all around. The camel is within range of the Mumak, so he can use the banner from the Mumak to reroll 1. Got another 3, so it's going to go to a roll-off. The evil had priority this turn, so 1, 2, 3 goes to evil, 4, 5, 6 will go to good. And it goes to good. Alright, so then the ghost will strike against the rider, looking for a 3 here to wound. And he got a 6. And so he's looking for a 3 there because he fights against his courage value. His courage value is normally 2 and goes down to a 1. So so that's why he's winning on 3s there with strength 3. So this camel is going to go down. And then we've got this one over here. So we've got this one-on-one here. So the camel again is going to shield. Ghost is going to strike. And the camel is going to win that with a 4 high. So the ghost will move back an inch. And then we've got the Mahood King and this camel against this dead guy. And they're going to strike like normal. Alright, so actually I forgot that camel there charged into that guy. So so he would actually he would strike here. So go ahead and roll those strikes here. So he had he's strength 4. Normally needing a 6, a +1 to win with the war spear. So he's looking for a 5 here, and did not get it. All right. So then going back to the king and the camel there. So the king is going to get 3 dice, and then the camel is going to have 2 for charging, and they'll have higher fight here. So let's see if they get a 6 here, it automatically win. And they did get a 6 with the king. So he's going to be prone because of the camel's charge. And they're looking for 5s to wound here with the war spears. And we got a 6. So that's going to kill this dead guy. And I think that officially breaks them. Let's see. Let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So one more model dead, and they'll be broken because they have a total of 24 models. So guys, we'll go ahead and good 1 priority. So they're going to move here first, and then we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back at the top of turn 6. And as you can see here, the Mumak, he charged into the Taskmaster right here, and since we got control, the good guys got control of the Mumak this turn, and the Mumak unfortunately only rolled a 4, 2 1s, and a 2, so only dealt 1 wound to the Taskmaster, but did make him prone, and did not kill him. So then, just zooming in here, so the king charged into the Mumak, passed his courage check, and then also Aragorn did a courage check for everyone within 6 inches of him and passed since they're broken. And then this dead guy, he passed his courage check as well. So the King of the Dead charged into the Mumak. This guy failed his courage check. Gimli charged in with a spear support, and then Aragorn charged in. And then these 2 dead guys charged the camel. And then evil moved after the good guys did their heroic move. And they all charged the Mahood King right here, charged the dead guy, and then these 3 guys got to charge in for free without doing courage check. And then this camel, that camel, and that camel all failed their courage checks to charge into the Dev Dunharrow. So that was it for the turn. Now we'll go ahead and do shooting. So the evil guys don't really have too many shots here. They've got this guy right here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 that can see this guy right here. So we'll have 6 shots on that guy. So we'll go ahead and do that here first, since evil had priority this turn. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And here we go. Looking for 4s up to hit. We got 4 that hit. Now we'll see if they kill him, needing a 6 by 5. Strength 2 on defense 8. And no 6s, but they get a 1, so I can reroll the 1 with the poison arrows. And got 2, so no wounds there. Alright, so then we've got Mr. Legolas here. He is going to shoot into the banner right there. So I'm going to shoot into the banner. He's got 3 shots. Looking for 3s up. All 3 hit. Now looking horse or rider. 2 on the horse, 1 on the rider. We'll do the horse first. Looking for 5s to wound. And he got him. And then do a thrown rider test. Lands on his feet. And then looking to see if it kills the rider. And it does not. So the rider, that is going to be another kill for Legless. He killed, so basically it's going to be a banner guy on foot now. So I will, I'll replace that here in just a minute. So now we'll go ahead and do the combats. Evil had. Alright guys, we are back. So we're going to go ahead and do this combat right here. So we've got the king and 3 camels on this ghost guy right here. So we've got the king here with 3 red dice. And then they all charge the ghost, so it's going to be 6 dice there for the charge. And they're going to have higher fight. The king's going to have the higher fight than the ghost guy, so if he gets the 6 here, he'll win automatically. And we did get a 6. So he is trapped. So he's trapped right there, so we're going to roll, see if they all have war spears, so looking for 5s to wound. And got 1 6 and a 5. So this ghost guy will go down. Alright, so now we've got these combats over here. We've got the this camel against these 2 ghost guys. So the camel is going to shield here. So we'll see if he can get that. And he is going to be within range of the banner from the Mumak. So we got 2 here for the shield. And then the ghost is going to swing for the fences with 1 here. And the ghost got a 6. See if the camel can reroll 1 with the Mumak banner to get a 6. Did not. So the ghost is going to win. Looking for a 3 to wound the rider. And he got a 6. So it's going to kill that camel right there. And actually that's 2 ghost guys around him. So I forgot to roll 1 of those dice there. So alright, then we got the last big combat here. We've got the Mumak was going to call a free strike because Aragorn is in base contact with him and he's the leader. So Aragorn is going to use Aragorn's going to use a point of might in order to call a strike here. So we'll see who wins the strike overall. So we got 1 with him, and we've got 1 with the Mumak. And here we go. Alright, so Mumak is going to go up 3. Aragorn is going to go up 4. So I think that's going to give Aragorn the lead there. Because the Mumak is fight 5. So with a 3, that brings him up to an 8. And Aragorn is fight 6, so he'll go up to fight 10. So yes, Aragorn will win that fight. So we'll see here if Aragorn is able to win it. So we've got 3 with Aragorn. We've got 2 with Gimli. We've got 2 with the King of the Dead. And if the King of the Dead wounds him here, it will automatically take down the Mumak. And we've got 1, 2, 3 ghost guys. Alright, so here we go. So Aragorn is just needing 4s to wound here. Then the Gimli is going to be +1 to wound, so he's strength 5 on defense 8. So that is going to be a 6 normally, going down to a 5 because of +1 to wound with Legless. Then we've got the ghosts are going to be wounding on 3s here because of the Mumak's got courage 1. And then the king is also going to be wounding on 3s here. So we'll see if, go ahead and roll with the king. If he gets a 3 here, it'll automatically kill the Mumak. And he did, got a big 5. So that is going to kill the Mumak automatically because he has no fate. Now we're going to go ahead and do the falling checks for those guys. There's 12 guys in the Howdah plus the leader. So roll for the leader first for falls. So 2, he's good. Then we'll roll for the other guys. So here's the first one. He's good. Next one. He's good. Lands on his feet there. Third one. Lands on his feet there too. Fourth one. He's good. Fifth one. Alright, then going up to the second layer. He's on his feet too. Next one. He falls. Alright, so he's going to take... he's about 5 models. He's going to take 5 strength 3 hits, basically. So it probably should kill him. That's going to be the guy on the second layer in the front here. And got a 6, so he's dead. Alright, and then we got the guy at the very top. He also fell. Alright, so do 5 strength 3 hits on him as well for our falling damage. And got a 4. I think that's not going to be enough, so I think he's okay there. So he'll just be prone. And then we've got the 3 guys on the other side. So first one's good. Next one's good. And last one. And last one's good. So the guy on the second front, so this guy right here, he's going to die, but everyone else is going to be good. So there, move the Mumak, and we'll go ahead and roll for priority for this next turn. So we got there and there. So here we go, priority for turn 7, and it's going to go to good guys. So we are. So I'm going to have the Mahood, the leader. He's going to call a heroic move, and Aragorn's going to call a heroic move as well with his free one. So we got Aragorn. We've got the Mumak war leader here, and we'll see. Let's see. So good won that there. So. Good roll. 1, 2, 3 goes to evil. 4, 5, 6 goes to good. All right, so good is going to win that here. Yeah, so guys, we'll be right back after movement. All right, guys, we are back at the top of after movement for turn 8, and just to show you the overview of the map of what it looks like after movement here. So the Mumak got killed last turn. All these guys fell down. So then good won the heroic move there. So they got to move first. And so we can see, just zoom in here, Aragorn charged this Haradrim that was prone. This guy charged this guy. This guy charged this guy. Gimli charged this this prone guy here with some spear support. This camel passed his courage check and charged the banner. And then the Mahood King came around here to, or not the Mahood King, but the King of the Dead charged the leader here. And then because the leader was in base contact with the King of the Dead, it allowed these guys to get up and move half movement to charge into the King from where they were at right here after they fell. And then because the Taskmaster here was in base contact with this guy, these camels were able to charge him but did not deal any wounds there. So that is all the movement, guys. The Aragorn passed his courage check at the top of the turn. So everyone that was within 6 inches, which was everyone, passed courage checks for the turn. So now we'll go to shooting. Evil has no shooting because they're all have moved or basically have no shots. So it's just Legolas here. And so Legolas here, Mr. Legolas, is going to try and shoot at the banner again here, but he's going to have it in the way here with the camel rider. So we'll see if he can hit him. So looking for 3s to hit, and here we go. So 2 3s hit. Now see if it hits him or it hits the camel rider. Both hit the camel rider. Now let's see if it hits the camel or the rider. Both hit the rider, and now looking for 5s here to wound. And he got one. So that is going to kill this camel rider right here. And that is a total of 3, 4, 5 models dead for the evil at the moment. So now start of combat. Do we want to call any heroic actions? So right now the Mahud Mumak war leader right here, he is tied with fight with the King of the Dead. If he calls a heroic strike here, he'll win automatically because the King of the Dead does not have any might to use here. He could try and call a combat, but I don't know if that's going to be much good. And because the leader is prone, he won't be able to strike the king if he does. So I think the best chance here is to call the strike. So he'll call a strike he's got 2 might left. Now I'll go down to 1. So we'll go ahead and mark that down. Right there. Alright, so he's going to win that strike automatically. Aragorn called the move with his free one, so he's not going to do anything this turn. He's only got 1 point of might left. And Gimli is going to not call anything either. So we'll just go ahead and start over here on this side. So we've got Aragorn and this ghost on this guy right here. Aragorn will win on fight. So he's got his 3 dice plus 1 ghost dice. And we'll see if he gets a 6 here first. Did not, got a 5 high there, which is not good. So the Mahud guy has 1 dice. See if he gets anything. Got a 4, so not going to be good enough. So good is going to win that. Aragorn's looking for 4s to wound. And he got him. Alright, so that is going to take this guy out right here. And we'll go to the next guy here. We got the 1-on-1. And Mahud does not have any, the Haradrim does not have any shield, so he's just going to strike normally. And Ghost Guy's going to strike normally as well. So they're tied. They're both tied on fight, I think. Maybe let me see. Yep, so they are tied on fight, both fight 3. So we go to a roll-off. And Evil had priority this turn. So we'll go ahead and have them roll for it. So 1, 2, 3 goes to Evil. 4, 5, 6 goes to Good. Goes to Good. Now we'll see if they wound on a 3 here. And he does. He kills that guy. So that's another Haradrim down. Let's go down the line here. So we got another 1-on-1 here. Good's going to win that with a 5, looking for a 3 to wound. And he gets it with a 4. So this Haradrim is going to go down. Then we've got Gimli and the spear support. Well, that was on the same guy, so that guy's dead. Then we've got a 1-on-1 here. Everyone's going to strike normally. Evil's going to win that. He is within range of a banner, so he'll reroll. Got the 6, so he'll win that. Looking for a 3 to wound. And he got a 4, another 4. Alright, so this guy is going to go down. We've got losing guys left and right now. Let's see. So that brings us down to a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys. That are, and actually it's actually 8 guys because this guy hasn't died yet because he got knocked off his camel. So it's 8 guys dead. Got to bring them down to 13 guys dead in order to break them. Alright, so let's go here next. We've got the banner against the camel that charged him, and he does have a spear right here that can support him. But the camel will have 2 dice. And this will be the 1 spear support, and then this will be the one because the banner is going to have -1 to his fight value. Or -1 to his dice roll, I should say. So here we go. Alright, so Good is going to, so that would be a 6 down to a 5, and that camel is not within range of a banner, so Good is going to win that. And we'll see if they wound on a 3 here. And they did, they got a big 6, so the banner ending up killing this camel right here. Alright, let's see, next we've got this camel, and the Taskmaster on this ghost guy. The ghost guy is going to shield. So shield with 2 dice there. And then the Taskmaster's got 2 dice, so he'll be red. Then we've got 2 camels that charge, that'd be 4 dice on him. And let's just see what we get first. The Taskmaster's going to have the higher fight, so he'll win. If we get a 6 here, win automatically. And we got the 6, and that guy is trapped. So he's going to be stuck where he's at right there. So they have double strikes on defense 8. With strength, the camels are going to be looking for 5s, and the Taskmaster is looking for a 6. And camel got a 6 there, so that's going to kill that ghost guy right there. And then we've got the last one right over here. So we've got the leader here and 3 guys against the king. And so the leader's going to have 3 attack dice, but he will not be able to wound with those 3 attacks. And then we've got the 3 normal guys here. So we'll roll to see. Since he called the heroic strike, he'll win this automatically if he wins it. So we got 3 dice for the king, who can't strike to wound, and then we got 3 Haradrim that are on him. So we'll see here if we get a 6. And we did get a couple of 6s there, so they're going to win automatically. The king is trapped, so they'll get double strikes here. So the only ones that can strike are the Mahood guys, and they are strength 3 against defense 8. So they're going to be looking for 6s by 4s here. So nothing on the first one, but they do have poison weapons, so they reroll 1s. Nothing there. So second set. And got a 6. Let's see if they get a 4. Did not. Got a 2. Okay, so nothing there. So they'll all just move back an inch. All right, and that's going to be it for turn 8. Roll for priority for turn 9. Let me just count how many good guys we've got killed so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 good guys dead against 8 evil. So in order to get them broken, they have to get down to 6 models, or 25% down to 6 models. So that means you got to get total 18. So 5 more guys have to die in order to finish the game. So we'll go ahead and roll for priority here for turn 9. And here we go. All right, and that's going to go to evil, guys. So the Aragorn's going to call a heroic move with his free point of might, and the Taskmaster is going to call a heroic move as well, and he's going to see if he's going to get it for free with his ability. So needing a 4-up. Did not get it. So we'll do a roll-off to see whose move is going to go off first. So evil had priority here for turn 9. So they'll roll it off. 1, 2, 3 goes to evil. 4, 5, 6 goes to good. And it goes to good, guys. So we will be right back after movement. Alright guys, we are back at the top of turn 9. So here's how the board looks like after movement. Legolas had no one in shooting range, so he ended up jumping down. He passed his courage check, jumped down, and moved 3 more inches. And then over here we've got a giant, basically mosh pit over here. Aragorn called his heroic move with his free point of might and was able to move first with the dice roll off. Aragorn passed his courage check and moved into this Haradrim over here. I'm just going to zoom in. So he charged in on this Haradrim here. And then this ghost charged in on this Haradrim. These 2 ghosts charged in on this Haradrim. And then these 2 camels, the Mahood King charged in on the banner. So these 2 guys charged in on the banner, didn't have to do a courage check. And then Gimli and this spear guy right here charged in to this Haradrim right here. Then the Taskmaster passed his courage check and charged into this dead guy, and this this camel charged him, did not kill him. And then the King of the Dead recharged the leader here, And so then the camel charged in on him, did not wound him, and then these 3 guys recharged in on the king and did not have to do a courage check because of the army bonus. So there's no shooting for this round, so we'll go ahead and go into doing combats here. The Mahud leader is not going to call a heroic strike this time. So we're going to go ahead and we'll start over here on this side, and Evil had priority, so you know what, we're going to try and get rid of the king to try and get rid of the -1 to courage. So we'll go ahead and start here. So we've got the Mahud leader, has 3 dice, but cannot strike because he's still prone. Then we have 2 for the camel that charged, and then we've got 3 for the Haradrim that charged back in. And then we've got 2 for the King of the Dead. So we'll first start with the evil and see what they get, and then we'll move into the King of the Dead. Alright, so they got a 6 high. We'll see if the king can match that. Try and win potentially. He did not, so he's going to be trapped and he's going to lose the fight. So the Mahud leader cannot strike because he's prone. So it's just the, should be, that guy was in there too. So those 3 guys, the camel does have +1 to strike because of the war spear. So he would normally on defense 8 with strength 4 be wounding on, I think it's actually, is it 4 or 3? Let me double check that real quick. So yeah, strength 4 on defense 8 would normally be 6s, so he'll be looking for 5s. So I'll roll his first. So he's looking for 5s here. Got 1 wound there. We'll do the second set. And nothing on the second set. And then we'll do these 3 twice. Got a 6, so that's another wound. And next set. And nothing on the last one. So that's 2 wounds. I think that's going to kill the King of the Dead. It is because he is out of fate, so the King of the Dead is going to get killed here. Alright, so now that he's dead, we'll just go ahead and start here with these 2. So these 2 guys will strike each other, and they're just going to strike normally since the Haradrim do not have shields. And here we go. So Evil is going to win that. That guy is outside of range of a banner. So Evil will win that. And this guy's looking for a 6x4 to wound. Nope, got a 5, so not quite good enough. Then we'll go ahead and do Aragorn over here. Aragorn is on this Haradrim right here. And he's going to have the higher fight. So if he gets a 6 here, he'll win automatically. And here we go. Got the 6. See if he gets a 4 to wound. And he does. He gets the 5. So that Haradrim is going to die. Right here. Alright, then we've got these 2 ghosts on that Haradrim. Alright, and they're going to strike like normal. And the Haradrim is going to get 1 dice. And here we go. Wow. So the Haradrim got a 3 high there. He is outside of a range of a banner, so he will not get a chance. But the other guys do have a banner, so see if they get higher than a 2. Got a 6. Alright, so that's going to win it for them. Their courage 2, and the ghosts are strength 3. So strength 3 on courage 2 is going to be a 4 now. So they're looking for 4s to wound. And they did not get it. They got a 2 and a 1. So this Haradrim here is just going to back up an inch. Alright, so let's have these 2 guys that came in and the Mahud King on the banner. So the Mahud King has got, I think, 3 attacks. Yes, 3 attacks. So the Mahud King has got 3 attacks. And then the Camel's charge, they both get 2 dice. And they're going to have the higher fight here because of the king, so we'll see if the banner gets killed. Got a 5 high so far, so we'll see. The banner is going to have -1, but he does have a shield, so he's going to shield here. So you got a 6, it goes down to 5, so it won't matter. He is trapped. So double strikes here. And got a 6 there, so the banner is going to die. He's going to pass it off to the spear support that is right next to him. Next to Gimli there. Alright, so then we've got Gimli against this Haradrim. And he will get +1 to wound here, and he's going to have higher fight, so we'll let him go first. So you got a 5 high so far. That will give a chance for the Haradrim to potentially win. He got a 5 high. He is within range of a banner, so we roll 1. Did not get it. So Gimli's got +1 to wound. Looking for a 3 here to wound. And got a 6. So this Haradrim is going to go down. So then we've got the Taskmaster here and the camel that charged on this dead guy. So here we go. Alright, so we've got the Taskmaster. He's going to have 2 dice. He'll be the red dice. Then we've got the camel that charged. It's got 2 dice. And they'll have higher fight because of the Taskmaster here. So we'll see if they win. They got a 6. So that's going to beat the ghost automatically. And he can move backwards. So he's going to move back an inch. Alright. And here we go. So we've got the Taskmaster and 2 guys. That guy's also going to be prone here, so double strikes here. So got a 5 with the Taskmaster on the ghost. It's not going to be good enough. The camel needs a 5 with the war spear, so not going to be quite good enough there. So go to second set. And nothing. Wow. So they are still good. So that is going to do it for the combats. I think we're still good. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 out of 24. So not quite. We need 2 more to die, and then we'll get down to quarter. So here we go. Turn 10. Probably the last turn, I would say. All right. So here we go. Roll for priority. And it's going to go to good guys, so they're going to get it on the last one. So I'm going to go ahead and have the Mahood King has got 1 more might. He's going to use it, and Aragorn is going to use his free one. So it's going to go to a roll-off. Good had it this turn, so they'll let them go first. And we're going to see if the Taskmaster is going to give the Mahood King a free one with his ability. Did not, so the Mahood King is going to be out of might. So we'll roll off to see who is going to get the move here. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 goes to evil, 4, 5, 6 will go to good. And it's going to go to good guys, so I'll be right back after movement. Alright guys, here we are at the beginning of after movement for turn 10. So Legolas stayed put where he's at, so that way he can try and get a shot off on the banner. Then we've got the, just to zoom in here on this giant mosh pit. So we've got this dead guy charge that Haradrim again. We had this dead guy charge the camel, this dead guy charge that camel, and then this dead guy charged that camel, and then the banner charged the Mahood King. Aragorn charged the leader so that way he could try and get him, because he was prone, the leader was prone, so that way he can't strike against Aragorn. But then this camel here charged in on Aragorn and rolled a 6 to wound him. So Aragorn did get wounded there. So there's no shots for evil. We're going to go ahead and do Legolas's shot right here. He's going to try and do his... he'll have either 3 shots within the way with this right here, this horse that's on the ground, or he's got 1 pinpoint shot. So he's going to do the pinpoint shot to hit automatically. Now we'll see if it wounds him. So that guy, the Mahood Raider's got defense 5, so Legolas will wound on A5. And he got a 2, so unfortunately he only has 2 points of might left. He does not have enough might to might that up. So the banner will survive. So it's going to go down to combats here. Now the Mumak leader is going to get a free heroic strike here. So he can call that, and then Aragorn is going to use his last point of might to call his strike as well. So we've got that right here. roll to see who's going to get it. And the king is going to go up to fight 9. Aragorn is only going to go up to fight 8. So the Mahood King will have the higher fight here because of his special ability as a war bonus. He gets a free heroic action against the leader every turn. So guys, we'll go ahead and start with the combats. We'll start with right here, the Mahood King on the banner. So Mahood King's got 3 dice, and he's got higher fight, so we'll see if he wins automatically with a 6. I got a 4 high, but he's got a banner. We'll re-roll the 3. Got the 6. Alright, so he's going to win that automatically. He's going to be wounding the ghost on 5s here with his war spear. Got a 6, so that's going to kill the banner. And the banner is going to pass it off to this guy right here. Alright, so we're going to try and kill the banner here. So this camel charged in on, actually that ghost charged in on the camel, so it's only going to have 1 strike apiece. So we're just going to roll normal, but the banner is going to get -1 to his dual roll. So we got 1 there, and we got 1 for the camel. So camel got a 3, but does have a banner, so we'll re-roll to see if it gets a 4 or higher. It got a 5, alright, and he cannot, a banner can re-roll, so we'll see if he gets a 5 or higher. Did not, got a 2. So, alright, so he does have a war spear, so he's winning here on 5s. And did not get it, so only got a 1. So the banner is safe, did not die this game. So banner's just going to move back an inch. So we'll go ahead and we'll go here. So we've got the camel on this dead guy. Camel's going to shield here. Four high so far. The camel is within range of a banner, so reroll 1. Got a 5. And then that dead guy's within range of a banner. See if he gets a 5 or higher. Got a 2, so not going to be high enough. So dead guy's just going to move back an inch. We'll do this one right here. Same thing's going to happen. They're going to shield. Use the banner. Cocked. So I got a 5, so it's going to be tied. Good had priority, so we'll see who wins this. It's going to go to evil. So good guys are going to move back an inch. Then we'll go to this one over here. 1-on-1 there. Good's going to win that with a 6. Got a 6, so you're going to kill that Haradrim right there. Alright, and we have Gimli against the Taskmaster. Both of them are going to have 2 dice. Gimli's got some might though, so see what happens here. So double 1s, you're going to use a banner. Got a 4. Gimli's going to use his banner. Got a 1, so I think, let's see what the fight values are. I think Gimli's higher fight. Yes, Gimli is fight 6, so he's going to win that. So Taskmaster will move back an inch. And the Taskmaster is, let's see, what's his defense? He is defense 5, and so Gimli is strength 5, so he's going to be winning unfortunately. He's going to go down to 3s because of +1 to wound with Legolas having more kills. And going to kill him with 2 wounds there. The Taskmaster will be taken out. Alright, and then we've got the last one, the big kahuna here. So we've got the leader against Aragorn, the camel, and 3 Haradrim. So again, the Mahood King, the Mahood leader is going to have higher fight. So he's got 3 dice. The camel's going to have 2 dice for charging. And then we've got 3 Haradrim on him. So if you get a 6 here, it went automatically. Did he not get a 6? Wow. So Aragorn could win this potentially. Here we go. Legolas, or Gimli, Aragorn got a 5 high. And They are within range of a banner, so they can reroll one. So we'll reroll one of the Mahood Kings. See here, got a 1. Does not matter. Let me see if the leader has any might left. So he's got 1 point of might left. If he mites that up, he will win it. So he'll use his last point of might to might that up, and he'll win that. So Aragorn is trapped. So they'll have double strikes here. The Mahood leader cannot strike because he's still prone, but the 3 guys here and the camel hat can. So the camel will be winning on 4s, and these guys are just going to be striking normally. Strength 3 on defense 5, looking for 5s. Alright, so here we go. So Aragorn is prone, so they're going to get double strikes. So that's 2 wounds there. And reroll 1. So that's a 1. I'll reroll the camel. Second set, looking for 4s here. And 2 more wounds. That is going to kill Aragorn. So that is going to end the game, guys. That was a slugfest down to the very end. And we will be right back to count the points. Alright guys, we are back. We'll go ahead and go through the victory points here. So you get 1 victory point for causing 1 or more wounds on the enemy leader. If you kill the enemy leader, you instead score 3 victory points. So the evil got 3 victory points there for killing the enemy leader, and they did not. The Mumak war leader did not get any wounds, so it's going to be 3-0 to evil so far. You score 3 victory points if you are broken at the end of the game. Both armies were broken at the end of the game, so it's going to be a 6-3 so far. You score 1 victory point if you have at least 1 banner remaining at the end of the game, so it's going to be a 7-4. And then you score 2 victory points at the end of the game if you reduce the enemies to 25%. And so evil did do that, so it's a 9-4 victory for the evil guys, for the Grand Army of the South guys. So we'll be right back with our closing remarks. Hey guys, it's Austin here, and what a great game that was. I mean, it was down to slugfest. It came down to the very end of the game. We saw the King of the Dead did take out the Mumak war leader, Mumak, and so brought all those guys and held it down. But by the end of the game, evil had just taken too many of the good guys out to bring them down to 25% to end the game. And Aragorn did get killed in the final turn due to being trapped against the enemy Mumak war leader. So guys, ended up being a 9-4 victory for evil there. So the Grand Army of the South is going to proceed forward, still going undefeated with a 2-0 victory, guys. So we'll have the Return of the King Legendary Legion is going to go against the Battle of 5 Armies Green Alliance. So they'll be duking it out to see who will have a rematch against the Grand Army of the South. But next week, guys, we're going to be watching the losers bracket, which will be the Iron Hills Dwarves versus the Mirkwood Elves. So stay tuned for that, and you can see our bracket, current bracket here as to what it looks like now. So guys, if you like the video, please give us a like, subscribe to our channel, so that way you can stay tuned for our videos, and stay tuned for our next video coming out on Sunday, where we'll be showing what we painted up this week here in Middle-earth, and we'll also be doing a announcement video for our upcoming Grand Tournament called the Two Towers Tri-Star Grand Tournament, which will be at NashCon on August 28th through the 30th, guys. So you're not going to want to miss it. Hope to see you there, and we'll see y'all on Sunday.